Hello, coaches, and welcome to week number 2 of AYSO soccer. Wow, what a weekend. You guys rock. I was out on the field all day long, and I saw tons of kids having fun playing the beautiful game of soccer. I want to thank you so much for your willingness to volunteer. You guys rock. I do have some announcements, a Q&A that I want to talk about, and a tip that I'm going to shoot your way in this video. So let's get started. Let's go with announcements first. Announcements. I do want to talk about philosophy number 1 of AYSO. AYSO's number 1 philosophy is that everyone plays. That's the goal of our organization. And so you should make sure that all players on your team have the opportunity to play at least half the game, 50% of the game. So we all play 4 quarters, so you should have players play at least 2 of those 4 quarters. Of course, they might be injured or they might be, not wanting to play. Those are different situations. You should make sure that everybody has the opportunity to play at least 2 full quarters in each of our games. Announcement number 2 that I want to talk about is that I do want to make sure that coaches, you guys are aware that slide tackling is not allowed. I did see a couple games where we had some kids really jumping down on the ball, sliding down on that ball and tripping other people up. We don't want anyone to get injured. And so because we are a recreation league, we do not allow slide tackling at any age. So if you do have a player that likes to slide tackle, remind them of this rule and help us so that nobody gets hurt. Encourage them to keep and stay on their feet. That'd be awesome. Those are my 2 announcements. Let's keep going. Let's go to the Q&A this week. I heard a player say, and this is not, I guess it's not a question, but it is something that I want to talk about to make sure that you as coaches are aware of this. I heard a player say in one of our games this week, "This game is too easy. Every time the other team kicks a goal kick, I just run up and I steal it and kick it right in the goal." Yeah. And he said this happened a couple times in the game that I was watching. And I do want to talk about a rule that I failed to tell you previously. You probably never heard of this rule, but I do want to make sure that you're aware of it. And that is the U8 build-out line. Okay, the U8 build-out line states that when another team gets an opportunity to do a goal kick, the ball's gone out of bounds, this team's going to kick it in. They should be allowed to kick it in and pass it in to their players without the other team attacking them. In fact, the other team should be on the other side of the field. The build-out line for age U8 is right here. It's the half line. So when you guys kick it out of bounds and the other team gets to kick it in, you have to take your entire team and move back beyond the halfway mark. Your entire team has to be back there. That's going to allow the other team to kick it in, and maybe they'll get 1 or 2 passes in before you guys go and try to steal it. This is going to allow for fair play. It's also going to allow some of our less skilled players who are going to kick in the ball not to be so worried about getting it stolen right away. So, coaches, if you would help us establish the U8 build-out line, anytime there's a goal kick, please take your team to the other side of the field so that this team can kick it in fairly. We just had this issue in 1 or 2 of our games this week, and I just want you guys to be aware of that. That's going to allow them to players to develop more rather than get it stolen right away, right as you're trying to kick it in. Wonderful. If you have questions about that too, you can text me or talk to me on Saturday. I can help out, explain that more. The tip of the week number 2 tip, is that I would encourage you guys during your practices and even during your game warm-ups if you want, to focus on individual foot skills. These individual foot skills are super important because it's going to allow kids to get lots of touches on the ball. Many times, if your practices are all scrimmage, you might have a couple players who get very few touches or very few interactions with the ball. And so dedicating 10 minutes, 20 minutes, I don't know how you're going to do it, but dedicating some time so that these players can work on their individual footwork skills with the ball is going to be super important. So again, I am sending you this video as well in the email that you can look, but here's an example of some of the things you can do with the kids. You can work on right. This is an example of right triangles. You can do it really slow if you want, and then this video also shows it kind of at a faster speed for your more advanced players. But there's lots of little skills that you can do like this. This is doing left triangles in the front. Lots of great skills. You can just watch this video. I love toe taps. This is an example of toe taps. And she's moving as she does these toe taps. Lots of different skills. Watch this video, pick out, 5 or 10 of your favorite ones, and then you can kind of challenge your kids to do this. What's one that, this is a great one here, outside sole, outside, inside. You can teach your players how to do that. This is doing it with the left foot. This is around the world. I call this one around the world, where they've got to dribble the ball around their foot and then bring it around. Great challenge and a great balance activity for your soccer players. So anyway, get an idea, run through these, or you can look up some YouTube videos of your own. I'll include a couple videos that you can take a look at to kind of pick which individual skills you might want your players to work on. This is a great way to challenge your players and help them build some individual skills. Well, I hope that gives you some ideas for the week. Good luck, and we'll see you on Saturday. Looking like the weather's going to be great. We'll see you there.